Hellos, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Galenda with the Farming Gene. This morning I took my kids to breastfeed and I noticed that they were taking much longer than usual to get satisfied, and then they kept abandoning some breasts. My suspicion is that the mother is not producing enough milk. Luckily for me, there is a plant that we locally use in such incidences, so I want to give it a try. So yes, watch till the end and I'll keep you posted on its progress. Let's go. So I'm in the cassava plantation, moving about to search for the plant, and this is where I usually get the weeds I feed the rabbits on. There are quite many. The weather is not very good because it's a dry season and it's been going on for quite some time, so the weeds are not the healthiest they can be, and all these are the ones that I usually feed the rabbits on. This is blackjack. It's very good for the rabbits and also medicinal. On the other hand, it's also medicinal for human beings. That's the other weed that I usually feed the rabbits on. So my heart continues. All these I give them to the rabbits and they seem to enjoy them. In the wild, rabbits get to choose whichever plant they would like to eat and they leave out the weeds they wouldn't want to eat. But here we select for them, so it's quite important that you know which ones they eat. After a long search, here is the plant. This is a young one and it's called Chisanda in Luganda. Let me know what you call this particular plant in your language or in your country where you're at. So that is Chisanda. The botanical name is Euphorbia heterophylla. That's the English name. It's called Chisanda in Luganda because when you puncture its leaves or stem, there is sap that comes from it, that latex. It also contains lectins and carbohydrates, so it's quite a good feed if you would like to supplement the feeding of your rabbits. This plant is very good and the rabbits seem to enjoy it. Probably it's delicious for them. When you dry the leaves, they inhibit the growth of E. coli, Staphylococcus aureus, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, Klebsiella pneumoniae, Bacillus subtilis. All these are bacteria, so it has a bacteriostatic effect, so it stops the growing of some bacteria in the rabbits. The good news is it also has some effect when it comes to intestinal nematodes. A study showed that in goats it actually killed the intestinal nematodes, and this is very beneficial because sometimes you do not know whether your rabbit has them or not. The common reason and why I bought this, I got it because it increases milk production in the rabbits. I got searching and studies have shown that it actually increases milk production in breastfeeding women too, so it's a very good one. After searching the whole garden, I managed to get this batch of plants, so I got it and it seems a little bit small, but I'm comforted because I'm just going to feed only one rabbit. And here she is, the mother of my kids. So I'd cleaned out her hatch and removed the previous feeds that were in there and only left the maize bran, which I used to supplement her feed as well as her water. I placed the plant in there and immediately she began munching at it. She's very interesting because she eats in bits. So at first she was eating the leaves as well as the stem, then later on, after she had completed the whole batch, she began eating the remaining part of the stem all through to the roots. I was actually impressed by this, and the study that I read, which I shared earlier, actually shows that the whole plant is beneficial for stimulating and boosting milk production. So I'm quite glad that she ate. This is the first batch of Chisanda that I'm giving her, and I'm hoping to see a difference in the next breastfeeding session which I gave her. I also noticed that my rabbits actually prefer to eat the freshly picked plants rather than the wilted ones. Some people advise that you always give bunnies wilted plants because they're much better, but mine seem not to like it at all. In fact, when you leave the fresh plants there and they wilt, the bunny will not eat them at all. So having noticed this, I decided to stick to the fresh ones while I figure out a way of introducing the wilted plants to them. So the sun is setting and I noticed that there's been an improvement. It's quite early, but I'll keep you posted even tomorrow to see how far, because I'm going to keep feeding it with the same. Thank you for watching, and if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe, as well as turn on the notification bell if you're interested in this kind of content. Do let me know what you think about this video, and if there's anything you'd like me to know or a question that you'd like to ask, do share in the comment section down below. See you in the next video. Bye bye.